unimolecular elimination reactions through conjugate base formation. In short, E1CB reaction, a very special type of elimination reaction. This reaction, if you remember, you have already done this reaction in aldol condensation reaction. If you recollect, in aldol condensation reaction, two steps are there. Formation of aldol, and then from the aldol, removal of water molecule to get alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. That second step, dehydration, to form alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, follows this mechanism, E1CB mechanism. Okay, so going to the details of this reaction. First condition, the compound, the reactant molecule should have a leaving group. Many of the times the leaving group will be a poor leaving group here, but sometimes there may be good leaving group also, like NR3 plus, SR2 plus, X OH, OR, CN, F. This is the alpha carbon, and the beta carbon should have at least one hydrogen, so that an elimination reaction happens to form a double bond here, and the same beta carbon should also have an electron withdrawing group. It may be a negative mesomeric effect group or strong negative inductive effect group. So coming to the general reaction, such a reactant molecule, as discussed, in presence of base and on heating, it forms alkene. Coming to the mechanism now. The point here is, as the leaving group is poor, it will not leave the reactant molecule by its own. So the base used as the reagent will go and abstract the beta hydrogen. And what is the purpose of electron withdrawing group here? It is to increase the acidic character of beta hydrogen, so that B minus can come and easily abstract this H plus ion and go out as a Hb and forms a carbon ion. Now this carbon ion formed will also be stabilized by having electron withdrawing group. So electron withdrawing group has the two functions here. One is to increase the acidic character of beta hydrogen, and second, to stabilize the carbon ion formed. And this step, proton release, it is basically like an acid losing a H plus ion and forming conjugate base. Therefore the reaction is unimolecular elimination through conjugate base formation. So conjugate base, carbon ion is the intermediate here, but formation of carbon ion is not the RDS step here. It is a fast step, and it is an acid dissociation reaction, like that it is a reversible reaction. So CH bond breaking is not a part of RDS step, therefore kinetic isotopic effect is not observed in this reaction, and it will release the H plus ion and forms a carbon ion. Now the carbon ion tries to form the bond, double bond, so that this carbon will become more than octet, which is not possible. Therefore it will remove the leaving group. So leaving group will forcefully has to come out, as carbon ion is trying to form the bond onto the same carbon, and this leaving group is not interested to go out, but still you are forcibly bringing it to outside. So that is why this reaction requires a lot of activation energy, therefore it is an RDS step, and finally it forms the alkene product. So first step is a reversible and acid base reaction, whereas second step is RDS, results in final product formation. Reaction intermediate is carbon ion. Therefore there is no point of rearrangement, because rearrangement is the special property of only carbocations. Carbon ions, carbon free radicals, carbenes, all these will not undergo rearrangement. Kinetics of the reaction. The rate of reaction is directly proportional to concentration of conjugate base, that is the carbon ion formed here, because this is the RDS step. Therefore whichever species are participating in the RDS step, their concentrations can influence the overall rate of reaction, but the concentration of carbon ion is dependent again on reactant molecule and base concentration. Okay, then it is an unimolecular reaction. Again, in RDS step, a single species is participating, therefore unimolecular reaction with respect to conjugate base. And the graph you see, it has the two steps, fast step and slow step, RDS step. So I already told you the number of peaks in the energy curve will be equal to the number of steps of the reaction. Two-step reaction it is, therefore two peaks. And which peak to be taller is the one RDS step. RDS step peak, RDS peak will be taller than faster peak. So this is the second step is the RDS step, therefore this should be taller than first step, reversible step. And a reactant forming the transition state, one, which is forming the carbanion, which is leading to formation of another transition state, and finally we are getting product here. Electron withdrawing group will increase the acidic strength of beta hydrogen and also therefore will increase the overall rate of reaction. That already we have discussed. And it is a stereospecific reaction with anti-elimination. Why is it anti-elimination? Leaving group is removed from bottom side and H plus ion is removed from top side. Therefore, as two species are removed from opposite sides, it is an anti-elimination reaction. It is a regioselective reaction with a Hofmann's alkene as a major product. Why Hofmann's alkene will be the major product is less substituted beta carbon hydrogen will be more acidic in nature. Therefore, the base will abstract such more acidic hydrogen and that results in the formation of a less substituted alkene. So remember, E1CB reaction major product is Hofmann's alkene. Most acidic hydrogen is eliminated in E1CB reaction. Deuterium exchange is observed in E1CB reaction. In fact, this deuterium exchange, happening of deuterium exchange itself is the proof that there is a formation of carbanion. If there is carbanion formation during the reaction, then only the H plus ion can be replaced by, substituted by D plus. I explained these alpha substitution reactions, alpha deuterium exchange reactions in carbonyl compounds. So same thing here. So if deuterium exchange is happening, like you see here, this is a compound in presence of base, H plus ion is removed from the beta carbon and forming the carbanion. Now this carbanion is taking D plus from the reagent and forming deuterium substituted product. So along with alkene, you are getting a deuterium substituted product. Formation of this product indicates that there is formation of carbanion, and which is a proof that the reaction is following E1CB mechanism. So reagent, a strong base like alkoxide or hydroxide will be used. And some of the examples I have given here, very clearly you have to observe the reaction and write the products. You first practice yourself, you write the products, and once you ask, I will share you the answers. So here in presence of strong base, what is the beta carbon? This one is beta carbon. From beta carbon, H plus ion will be removed and you will get carbanion, and this carbanion will be forming the bond, so that Br minus will go out. That means you will be getting the product here, PH, C, double bond O, CH, double bond CH2. In this manner, you have to write the products for all these reactions. Then some more examples are here. You have to select what is the beta hydrogen to be removed. Remember, less substituted alkene to be formed as major product. Suppose you see the ninth example, ninth question. In this one, this is a alpha carbon from which F minus will be removed. But from a beta carbon, H plus ion should be removed. There are two beta carbons here, two different types of beta hydrogens are available, but this beta hydrogen will be more acidic in nature than this beta hydrogen, because this beta hydrogen is having electron releasing group attached to it. Therefore, its acidic character will decrease, whereas this beta hydrogen acidic character will be comparatively better. Therefore, this will be removed, but not this one. And if this is removed, F minus is removed from here, H plus is removed from here, then there will be a double bond formation here. That means you will get the product CH3, CH2, CH, double bond, CH2. So have you identified that it is an Hofmann product? Hofmann elimination product? Yes. In this manner, you have to write the products of these reactions. Okay. This is also one even CB reaction, Hofmann elimination reaction, you can say. It is a quaternary ammonium salt, and this has quaternary ammonium salt. This in presence of base and followed by heating, this will also undergo elimination reaction. And see, nitrogen along with the 3 alkyl groups will be the leaving group. And what are that 3 alkyl groups is, it depends upon from which beta carbon H plus ion will be removed. This is the alpha carbon. This is also the alpha carbon. This is also alpha carbon. This is also alpha carbon. This do not have, the methyl group do not have any further carbon. Therefore, there is no beta carbon here. Therefore, nothing to do here. It will be present as it is. And now coming to, this is the beta carbon. This is the beta carbon. This is the beta carbon. Which beta carbon hydrogen is more acidic? Can you say? Which beta carbon hydrogen is more acidic? This beta carbon hydrogen is more acidic. Therefore, this hydrogen will be removed and double bond will be formed here, and trialkyl amine will be removed from here. Therefore, you will get ethene as a product and trialkyl amine as the byproduct. This is called a Hofmann elimination reaction. This reaction also follows E1 CB mechanism. E1 CB mechanism. Okay, na? And if the question asked is, what all possible alkenes are formed? By this beta hydrogen, one alkene is formed here. By this beta hydrogen, one alkene is formed here. By this beta hydrogen also, one alkene can be formed here. 3 alkenes are possible here. And total how many organic products are possible? 3 alkenes plus 3 tertiary amines are possible. Suppose if this is the alkene, this is a trialkyl amine. And if this is the alkene, this is the trialkyl amine. And this is the alkene, this will be the trialkyl amine. But among all these 3 alkenes, this is the major alkene, because in this reaction, Hofmann alkene to be the major product. So as number of alkyl substituents increases, the percentage of product will decrease. That means the product percentage will be like this: major, then second major, and minor product. Then this also is one of the example for Hofmann elimination reaction. First, you will do alkylation of amine given. A secondary amine is given to you, so it will undergo alkylation 2 times and forming a quaternary ammonium salt. And in presence of base followed by heating, it will undergo Hofmann elimination reaction, and this will leave from here. It will go so that a double bond will be formed at this position. A double bond will be formed at this position. This is a product. Then in the similar manner, a bridge head tertiary amine is given. So still it can undergo 1 time alkylation reaction forming a quaternary ammonium salt. This in presence of tertiary amine is formed. This in presence of alkyl halide will form quaternary ammonium salt like this. And this quaternary ammonium salt in presence of AgOH followed by heating, there will be a removal of, one second. If you want to write in the similar manner the product as given here, I will take the bridge downside. So here what happens is the trialkyl amine will leave like this, and this is the beta carbon from which a H plus ion will be removed, and you will get an alkene like this one, alkene. And then one more step is there here. NCH3, this will be formed, and this one, yes, this is written here itself. Thing is H plus ion should be removed off here. So you got this product, and this product is again a tertiary amine in presence of alkyl halide, again will form quaternary ammonium salt like this. Plus like this. Now this, by heating with a silver hydroxide base, again there will be removal of trialkyl amine and double bond formation here. This is the beta carbon here. So you got this alkene. Now again this is a tertiary amine. This again will undergo alkylation, because you are treating it with ethyl halide, so you will get it here like this. Like this. Now this, on heating with a silver hydroxide, there will be removal of trialkyl amine, and this is the beta carbon from which H plus ion will be removed and double bond will be formed here. So finally you will be getting this product. Okay, so a little of advanced level question, but easy if we understand the concept. Then last reaction in elimination reactions, internal elimination reactions, EI reactions, also called as thermal reaction. Pyrolysis of esters. Pyrolysis means lysis, breakdown on heating, is pyrolysis. So if you take an ester having an alkyl group with minimum 2 carbon atoms, having an alkyl group attached to the ester functional group, ester oxygen, with a minimum 2 carbon atoms, on heating at 400 to 500 degrees Celsius, the compound will break like this. This becomes a carboxylic acid and this becomes alkene. You see here, R, C, double bond O, O, CH2, CH3 is written in the form of like this. Okay, na? So now this bond will be broken. When you are breaking this bond, this bonded electron try to shift here, that this bonded electrons try to shift here, and this bonded electrons will try to shift here, and that results in the formation of the transition state. And after formation of transition state, these two bonds will completely break. This bond will be completely formed, this will be completely formed, this will be completely broken, this will be completely formed, and it results in the formation of a R, C, O, H, double bond O. That means on to O18 hydrogen came. So that is this one, and this part will become the alkene, So that is a pyrolysis of esters. It is a one-step process or concerted reaction, no intermediate, only through cyclic 6-member transition state, therefore no rearrangement. 6-member cyclic transition state is formed, and it is a stereospecific reaction with syn elimination reaction. You see here, O minus is removed from this side, H plus ion is also removed from this side. Understanding or not? Sorry, O minus is removed from this side, and H plus ion also is removed from this side by shifting this bond here, so that onto this alkene there is syn elimination reaction. Both species are removed from the same side, stereospecific syn elimination reaction, and it is a regioselective reaction with Hofmann's alkene as the major product. Some of the examples I have given for your practice. Try to write the products. These are stereochemistry related questions. This completes elimination reactions part 3.